better kind of mode. Tell the angels in heaven, you've never seen evil, so sing it with the sound of basically kill you. Good versus evil, which one of you? Evil versus good, what should you do? Evil versus good, what can you say? Good versus evil, what are you today? Today it's all good. I woke up in my hood. I'm walking down the street and I'm up to all good. I picked up a cat out of a tree and I helped the old lady cross in the street, baby. I picked up some kids when they were just lost. Don't you see that I'm par for the course? I'm not heading north, east, south, or west. And where I'm going is the E on my chest. I am the best and I'm a polite, nice fella. An ill gentleman and I rock a V-neck sweater. Yeah, I can do it all right. You dropped $100. Here it is, all right. I don't rob or steal. You know I won't squeal. I keep it so real. I really know the deal. I don't even gamble. You know I like to scramble, but don't you see a roar? Like my name was Cunningham. I'm bringing back the evil, man. What are you? Evil versus good. What should you do? Evil versus good. What can you say? Good versus evil. What are you today? I woke up this morning coming out of dream. Looks like I had some blood on my jeans. What did I kill last night? You know I'm out of sight. I'm ready to take flight. I got ill plans and I'm so corrupt. And I want you to see it's not no syrup. Straight blood, true blood, straight blood. Understand, you know it's like a scud. Missile, I'll dish you, dismiss you. I'ma rip through your bone and bristle and chew on the tissue. Take your heart and throw it in the sky. Tell your mother and your babies why you had to die. Cause you lied on the microphone. I'm a lyrical killer and I'm straight to your dome. It's more than just bullets, I'm causing the real. Yo, killing, you know it's real. Good versus evil, which one of you?
What's up, good people? What's the deal? Listen, impromptu. I said in the Astro weather, I may come on live tonight. Happy Halloween. It's your boy, BigEAstrology, episode 169. I've been back to back with guests. I got more guests coming, but I figured I'd try to jump on twice this week. That gets episode 170. Next, I will do the Scorpio rising. Okay. We got to break that down, my ascendant. But tonight, I just want to do a little Scorpio season, the Gemini moon. Right now, the ascendant is Gemini live as we're talking. The moon is at 19 degrees. So that means, of course, it's time to communicate. All right. We got a sidekick here. Come say what's up. Mr. Gemini moon himself. Say what's up. Hi. The truth. Gemini moon. So I really want to just kind of just come on and have fun and hang out. I may even play some more music off my albums. Just chill, not staying on long. Just want to see how people were doing post-eclipse energy. Yeah, it was kind of crazy, Lucrezies. Definitely was challenging for me, I would say. Yeah, the eclipse was something. Oh, good. We got some people here in the Chizzy. How you guys doing? Listen, you let me know in the chat. Hopefully you didn't get too much candy. I only really like Swedish fish. I don't really do candy anymore. I mean, come on, I'm an adult. I don't like my kids to do it too much. They always wind up with colds November 1st or November 2nd. It's just like, it's just poison. I mean, think about this, right? The commercialism of it. You know, and I know the veil is extra thin tonight between the physical 3D world and the 5D or 4D, either way. And, you know, people feel like, you know, you can connect with your ancestors. But this whole costume, trick or treating, this and that, the kids, all the sugar, just when the weather's getting cold to weaken your immune system, it's freaking stupid. It's idiotic. I mean, I'm all about fun and good times, but the candy takes it to a whole nother level, especially because I feel like the candy nowadays, it's so much worse than it was like when I was growing up. The dyes and the toxins and all this, it's just too much. I don't know. But I also respect that a lot of people love it. My boys love it. They have fun, yada yada. The twins are still running around, probably getting bags and bags of stuff with their little friend. And so, hey, I get it. I'm really not judging them or any of you that really love Halloween, because I know some adults, they get all into it, dressing up. I put a picture of my wife on Facebook because she gets dressed. She actually likes to get dressed up. She tried to front like she don't. She did like a little belly dancer thing. It's just going out with the boys and and her girlfriend, who their kids or whatever, friends. So, but you know, it, there's a lot going on in the world. Not going to get into all that. I'm always praying for peace. I don't get into the drama, the politics, because it's all fugazi. And I just want you guys to remember, early tomorrow morning, maybe even while you're dreaming, you're going to feel this Gemini moon squaring Neptune in Pisces. So more illusion and deceptions around the communications about war and peace and freedom and this and that and funds and money and Congress. Crazy look crazies. But for the collective, it's really, did you release and surrender and purge toxic emotions and things that were no longer serving you around your values, money, health, material items, your speech, food, the Taurus lunar eclipse on October 28th? And I got to tell you, in between the 14th and the 28th, the solar and lunar eclipse, obviously Aries, Libra, and then Taurus, Scorpio, completing that 2-year cycle from November 2021, which is when I first came home from the hospital. This started. I was zapped Saturday. My son had his football game. I taught my astrology class. My other son had his soccer game. I was out in the sun and the heat, but I really think that eclipse energy just really zapped me. Did a little thing, out by the moonlight, and that was really cool on Saturday night. But I don't know. Let's share with me in the chat. And happy birthday to all the Scorpios. The Scorpio birth chart sales rocking. I did an extra day to the 22nd, and I'll start the Sagittarius birth chart sale on the 22nd, which is the start of Sagittarius season. During the day, the sun will go in probably like around 1 or 1:30, maybe I think around 1 p.m. Eastern on November 22nd. It'll be the official start of Sagittarius season, just in case you didn't know. But this Saturday, September 4th, Saturn stations direct in Pisces. Hopefully you guys watched my video on it. But, remember, I've been telling you ever since Saturn went into Pisces, are you being more compassionate and empathetic? Are you practicing spiritual discipline, rituals, and routines? At least 15, 30 minutes a day. I've been doing my meditating, grounding, and earthing by the tree. Honestly, that keeps me going because I'm in this chair working on charts all the time. Got crazy clients tomorrow, this week. And, you've got to also set healthy boundaries in your life. And you look in your chart where the Pisces is at. You can't fall for the deception and illusion and stuff, right? You got to look at your Pisces house and your birth chart. So come on, let's get to the chizzy, to the chizat. Let's see what's popping off. But we are going to talk about Scorpio season. Scorpio the Scorpion, the 8th sign, fixed water sign, ruled by the planet Mars and the secondary co-ruler Pluto.
Mom Miss said, hi.
What up, Mama Miss? Happy Halloween.
And then said he got taller, right?
Yeah, he's growing. See, say thank you.
Well, not really.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, he did get taller.
Not really.
Yes. Since they've seen you, yeah, you've probably grown 2 inches.
Mad Gaming said, what up, y'all?
What up, Matt G?
Gemini moon in the building.
Yeah.
Big win for you next.
Yes, my Knicks just won. So then I was like, oh, it's perfect to come on live.
Then Javanka said hi.
Hey, Jovanka, happy belated birthday, my friend. So the Scorpios, we're not gonna get into all the famous people, some of them and this and that or whatever. Even El Presidente, right, is a Scorpio. And but what I love, and Jovanka, you can speak to this and comment on it. But one thing about Scorpio women that people don't know, they're very queeny, like Leo women, in the sense that, remember, it's a fixed water sign. And Cancer has the deep inner knowing, Pisces intuitive and psychic, but Scorpio is like empathic. They see through things, they feel energy. Okay. Scorpio, sun, moon, risings. A lot of Scorpio placements too. Venus, Jupiter too, Mars. But Scorpio is so karmic. They're here to learn karmic lessons and usually break generational curses. You have the Scorpio marker because you're built for it. If you have the Scorpio sun, moon, rising, your mother had a difficult pregnancy or birth with you. Something happened. Whether you know or not, you can go back and ask Mom Dukes, but something happened to give you that Scorpio sun, moon, or rising. And, I have a lot of Scorpio energy in my family. And obviously, I'm a Scorpio rising, and my boys are Scorpio moons. And my kids are, obviously, the truth is a Gemini moon. I got a Virgo moon and Scorpio moons. So earth and water moons. And I'm that cat moon. And wifey's the Sag moon. So she brings the fire. But understand, Scorpio women, they choose their man. Not too many dudes are going to walk up to a Scorpio lady and be like, yo, what up, man? Mac on her. Now, if she's with it, then that's her decision and her choice. But Scorpio women, they tend to select their man, and they choose to be like, I want him. You know what I mean? And Scorpio men, intense emotions. And listen, don't get upset and offended if you watch my Scorpio videos, just like my Gemini videos with my terms of endearment, because there's truth to it, right? I call Scorpios emotional punks, and it's not like to be disrespectful. It's in the sense that, I'm just kind of playing, but in Gemini's verbal sluts, right? Because Gemini's, they love to communicate. They'll talk to anybody, anywhere, anytime. Now, yes, there are some reserved, shy Geminis, but there's other placements in the chart that will indicate that. But the Gemini energy itself loves constant feedback, input, output. They need information, okay? They love to chit-chat, talk. The Scorpio is more reserved and private, right? The fixed water sign. And so Scorpios, the reason why I say the term emotional punk is because they can get their feelings hurt very easily. And they will bring out their stinger if they feel like you're attacking them, right? Judging, criticizing. Now, they're pretty straightforward. They are fixed. They are determined. They are powerful. They are healers. They are good at making money. They're good at really whatever they want to focus on because they are such researchers and investigators. But understand Scorpio, Aquarius, and Pisces with the co-rulerships are the three most karmic placements in the birth chart, right? Mars, Pluto, Saturn, Aquarius, and Jupiter, Neptune. But you always look at the traditional ruler first, especially when you're looking about, we'll talk about it probably, if I may come on tomorrow night or Friday night, I'll see. Depends on how the rest of the week is going, flowing, knowing. But the Scorpio rising, right, you look at where Mars is at in the birth chart. Sorry, I'm used to the camera being reversed. So, right, first house, ascendant. So, and that will tell you, because you're Scorpio rising, you locate the Mars and that will light up that house and give you extra emphasis. But we'll talk about that either tomorrow, Friday, Saturday night when I come on for episode 170. But this is like, more just coming on. Happy Halloween, real quick, have some fun. But also, let me know, Javanka, Matt Game, like, how was the eclipse for you? How you feeling? All that. Come on, we got some comments. Just bring a stool and sit over here or whatever. But it's been intense. It was very intense for me. Oh, and I physically felt tired, right? Taurus rules the physical body. I was just like, ugh.
My Pisces is in my IC.
Who said this?
Mama Miss.
Oh, Mama, your Pisces in the IC? Yeah.
And then Mama
Do you have
Miss
anything in
said-
Scorpio, Mama Miss? I don't think so, if I remember, but
And then Mama Miss said Scorpios in my 12th house, and Lilith is there.
Oh,
What does that indicate?
ooh, it could be a lot. Sometimes the Lilith in the 12th house, especially in Scorpio, it can speak to Scorpio is your tribe, sun, moon, rising. That's why we connected, Mama Miss. But sometimes it can indicate, maybe even date rape, or maybe even being sexually abused or molested as a child. Lilith is very sexual, but it's the female Pluto divine feminine. But it's also, I hate when they over demonize it on other astrologers on YouTube or the internet, Google, because the archetype is really about your gut instinct, your intuition, your connection through the root chakra to God source energy. And it's pheromones and hormones, and it's really your tribe. So you'll find, Mama, dear Mama, you'll find that, you will connect really well with Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising people, you know. Scorpio is such a great energy, Scorpio people are really empathic and intuitive, but they're just they're deep. Now, don't get me wrong, I've met some Scorpios who are not deep at all and very childlike and immature, more than men and women. I don't know if I've ever met a Scorpio woman that's not deep. I mean, when I think back, every Scorpio lady I met, and I only dated one or two Scorpios. I can think about two. I dated every sign, but I think about two that I dated, and they were both pretty mysterious and deep. Um, yeah. So, but trick or treat. Um, Oh God, I remember trick or treating one Halloween up in New Rochelle, suburb of New York, of the city, around my cousins, and we were ringing this woman's doorbell, and there was a light that turned on in the upstairs, and then it was just like, I don't know if she was in a costume, but it was like all like mysterious and scary looking, and like you could just hear like noises, but she wouldn't come and open the door, and like we were freaked out, but at the same time we were like, well, can you throw some candy out the window? Like, what's up, chick? Like, like, but she was just like the one house on the block that just never, you know, she never gave out candy. It was just whatever. And I remember trick or treating there. I think 2 years with my cousin Tom, and yeah, I just remember that house. It was really bizarre. It's just a little Halloween story I had to share because it's not like I didn't ever trick or treat, because I did. Um, yeah, I think I stopped at like 14 or 15. You get a certain age, it's kind of like, I know we went around once one night in high school, and some of my friends, they were getting too mischievous. So I was like, all right, I'm about to head home because they were getting into some wild stuff. And I like to have fun, but I wasn't trying to, get no po-po because, Cheryl Taylor didn't play that and nothing, so I was just like, all right, gotta bounce later. But yeah. So, but the Scorpios, the men and women, I find them to be actually, it's so funny. I'm gonna tell you something. I've noticed this with water signs more than any other sign. In water signs, the men and women are so different. Have you guys noticed this compared to any other, like fire, earth? Except I would say Virgo. Virgo men and women are they're similar, but they can be pretty different. But the water signs, oh my gosh. Aries, Sag, nah, Sag a little different, but I'm telling you, if you really think about like the different signs, and think about a friend or family member, male and female. Scorpio, men, women, completely different. Cancer, very different. Pisces, super different. I mean, like Pisces men, they can be super dope, and they also can be like very stoic, but emotionally and sometimes spiritually and escapism with the drugs, a hot mess. I mean, like, wow. But very different, the Pisces men and women, but Scorpio season. So, and Javanka, let me know how was the birthday and any other Scorpios on here. Okay, we got a bunch more comments. So come on, let's catch up. Yeah, I was gonna come on, even if I came on by myself and try to read the comments by myself. I just want to zoom the screen out big so I could see it.
Okay. Oh, Mama said, "Yep." And can get set on revenge on something they made believed happen.
Yeah.
Javanka said, "I felt exhausted during the eclipse."
Yeah. Oof. Gosh, it was something, y'all.
And then Mama Miss said, "I had an unannounced guest come by with sexual advances Friday evening. I had to kick him out."
Yeah. Okay. That's
Um,
definitely the Lilith in the 12th house. And right now, Mars and Mercury's there. So that's what that was, hitting that Lilith. Yep. See, that's astrology in action. This guy's been freaking living astrology like every day lately. It's crazy.
Wait. Colleen said, "I dated a few Scorpio."
Oh, who's this? Somebody new? Was it Kobe?
Colleen Stallion.
Oh, what's up, Kobe Stallion? Welcome, Eric Taylor. Nice to meet you. If you want to share your big three, Sun, Moon, Rising, enterprising, surprising. You dated, there's a guy, he dated Scorpio women, he said?
No,
it's a lady?
Lady.
Okay, you dated some Scorpio guys? Okay.
Mysterious, underscore LOL. I don't know. Anyway, Mom Miss said, those things did happen, you described.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then Mom Miss said,
yeah. Lilith is a very strong energy, you guys. It's even stronger in angular houses 1, 4, 7, and 10. But 12th, 6th house, yeah. You can see a lot of stuff.
And then Mom Miss said, I had a lot of Scorpios around me growing up, and I definitely attract a lot of Scorpios.
That's interesting. Yeah, because you got that Aquarius energy, that square, that fixed energy.
And then Colleen said, Lilith Scorpio as a woman on the deep end, first 48, real talk. Check them emotions, love.
Yeah, no, I know. You Scorpio ladies are magical, though. You're powerful, And you know what's so funny? And let me know, I think there's 2 of you Scorpio ladies on here, but I've noticed this with Scorpio moons, and I don't know, and probably Scorpio rising, but I'm just focusing on the Scorpio suns, ladies. But I've noticed this with the moon and maybe rising too when I think about it. But you guys are great writers. Now, obviously, we'd have to look in the chart as your Mercury and Scorpio, but Mercury Scorpio is more a true speaker, and they probe, they investigate. But I've seen some, great writing energy as well. Scorpio ladies, they can be really good. I knew one who was a nutritionist, stuff like that. I'm so used because on the restream it's like reverse the camera, so like
this is inverted.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
No, that's how it is because I went through YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. I don't know why it's not supposed to be like inverted though.
Okay.
And then S4 is
what's up, S4?
So high. And then Mom Miss said, I think Aquarius are very different. I know 3 people with the same birthday, both in the same time, went to the same school, and they're all different Aquariuses.
Oh yeah, no, Aquariuses are extremely different. Like I don't know if you could say any 2 Aquariuses are the same. Now you already know Mama Miss because you know about astrology. They could be born the same day, but if they're more than 2 hours apart, their sun sign is in different houses. So of course they're going to be different, right? If your sun is in the 1st house, you're a way different human from your sun in the 3rd or the 10th or 11th. So it doesn't matter. It's the same sign. That's why the time of birth is so key. And the ascendant switches every 2 hours. Have you guys been watching my astro weather? Got to watch my astro weather. Break that down every morning. It's been fun doing it, Maybe in a past life, I wanted to be a meteorologist, and now I'm a cosmostologist or something. But go ahead.
Then X4 says Scorpios are fun. I
Yeah.
have Scorpio in my fifth. This little kid at work is a Scorpio and loves to watch The Lion King every day. And then the mom miss said, my Mercury is 0 degrees Pisces. Oh, and
Yeah.
Jen for Sweet is here.
What's up, Jen? Oh, Jen, you had me cracking up with that last comment when you were talking about that stuff, man. Make sure you guys, please come to Coffee Talk. It's going to be super dope. It's a different time because I'm teaching my class, but this will be the last one that's later. But it's 4 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, November 18th. Okay, right before Thanksgiving and before the last bit of Scorpio season. We're going to look at the Jupiter Gemini trining the Pluto Aquarius, and that's on June 2nd, 2024. That's going to be a very powerful energy, air sign trine. Going to elevate the mind. Opportunities with science and technology, AI on the grind. And then we're going to look at the Pluto Aquarius chart, January 21st, 2024. Next 20 years, you guys. I feel like I'm pretty sure I get confused. I have to look at it, but I feel like it does retrograde again one last time. But then somebody was saying that it doesn't. I don't know. I've got to really check that out because I think it does do one last dance in Capricorn between September and November, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if any of you guys are aware or not, but it may. But anyway, it's, we're going to look at that chart. It's going to be great. Coffee Talk, 2 hours, $20, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. And 2 p.m. Mountain. I'm in the mountain time. Yeah. So when they do the daylight savings, we don't switch. So you guys don't forget this Sunday morning when you wake up, make sure you get the clock, you get an hour extra sleep, clock behind, right? They're talking about switching that up, but I don't know if they ever will. It's all talk. Have you guys heard that they were talking about changing the calendar to what is it, to like 13 months, 28 days each month or something? I don't know. There's always some talk or rumors. I'm like, can you just, how about like one, we need some reparations. Still looking for 40 Acres and a Mule, me and Spike Lee. Two, can we like lower the price of gas and food and get rid of school debt and all that? I know you guys see it. Pluto just moved to 28 degrees. Our country is a mess. All the structures and systems are crumbling. But the unions, right? Libra South Node, the unions just got deals. The writers, we're waiting for the Screen Actors Guild, but the auto unions. I don't know what happened to the union in Canada, if they got their deal with the boats transporting seafood and different things or whatever up there. But General Motors just joined Ford and Chrysler, and they got some good deals. I mean, come on, these people, nobody should work a full honest day's hard work and then still be considered to be below the poverty line. That's inhumane. And shame on Amazon and Walmart for making their workers work right below full-time status, so then they don't have to pay them health insurance and stuff like that. That happens a lot, and Virgo, Pluto, my generation, 56 to 70, we really brought in the civil rights, but the labor unions, and brought in acupuncture, a lot of good things, but it was really important to you need unions because you can't trust. I can't talk tonight. Gemini moon, the moon in Gemini in my 8th house right now. Of course, I'm going to talk about astrology and secrets of the world and secret societies as well. But yeah. And all these pagan holidays, like that's another thing about Halloween too. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff. But Christmas and Easter and freaking Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, All these holidays, if you do the math and science behind them, they're all like cult ritual, demonic, pagan holidays. Like just uh what's up with this world, y'all? Can we y'all gonna help me fix it? You know I couldn't run for president. Oh my God. If I was president, they would take me out in like a day. They'd be like, no, no, no. This is not Barack Obama. Eric Taylor is a whole nother beast. You notice, right? He was not African American, right? He's not a Moor, right? If you know, you know. He was half African and half European Caucasian. They wouldn't have like an African American for president. You know, they wouldn't let Eric Taylor win. Okay. If y'all kind of know me a little bit, you know they couldn't handle me. Ooh. Mm. Y'all gotta go listen to my first two albums. You would think I wrote it today. My rhymes are 15 to 20 years ahead of the times. What I say, apocalypto flow. So when I dream about something that happens in real life, yo, the way to go in is strong with your chin. So, Scorpio also, one thing I love is that they, as serious and intense as they can be, and especially the guys, the women a little bit more serious, but they can be sweet and funny and bubbly, especially if they are feeling flirty or they have a crush on a guy. Then Scorpio girls are like, they're not the queen anymore. They're like, they're all giggly and sweet and friendly. And sometimes you'll be looking like, what? You was just that intense, serious chick, and now you acting like all because Scorpio, you guys, Scorpio Taurus access. One thing about Scorpio energy, it's about purity. It's a very pure sign, right? It's very intense, but it's soul merging, Scorpio. But it's very pure. And remember, the Sun and Mars are friends, right? The Sun, Mars, and Jupiter are on the same team. So the Sun does well in Scorpio, just like it does well in Sag and Pisces because they're ruled by Jupiter, even though it's exalted in Aries and at home in Leo. Okay. So, all right, let's check out some more comments and any questions about the current energy, this Gemini moon. Oh, I do think we're going to have a reprieve when the moon's in Cancer for the next 2.5 days, like starting later tomorrow. So it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, and a little bit of Friday, the Cancer moon. That will be a little break, and then things are going to get hectic when the moon gets back in Leo. So it's going to get a little hectic and hot this weekend. Probably more emotion, more violence, but crazy. It's just too much.
Okay.
There are no accidents.
Colleen said absolutely two extremes of Scorpios. However, they're best. Both men and women are the warmest people you can ever meet. Opposite of Taurus, and with the full moon recently, how will this affect us?
Well, it depends on what was going on in your life, and what you said is very true. But what was going on in your life in November of 2021? That was the start of the cycle of the Taurus North Node, Scorpio South Node. Okay. So look in your chart and see the Taurus Scorpio houses. What houses are they in? Those themes of life. But it's going to deal with your values, your self-worth, your money, your possessions, your five senses, right? And dealing with the Scorpio, your health, your money, your power dynamics, control dynamics, intimacy, sex, right? And were you willing to, it's karmic endings. So what were you willing to let go of so you can start new beginnings, right? It was the end of the cycle. What lessons have you learned in the past 2 years? It's really 18 months, but it came back in because this is a partial lunar eclipse. At 5 degrees, the nodes were at 24 degrees. So it's 11 degrees off and out of sign, but it's a partial lunar eclipse. So it's not as intense, but it was ending a cycle. And so that made it very karmic and kind of, I would say, extremely emotional, you know? I know for me, it made me think back, and because of the Taurus moon, my mom was a Taurus sun and had a Taurus stallion. So it definitely brought up emotions that I felt like I had to just, finish cleansing out around my mom's passing while I was in a coma. And so, excuse me, so I did that and I feel much better, but I think next year everything will be a lot easier for me. This was the second year anniversary this September, October, November. And we haven't even gotten to it yet in November of when I came home from the hospital, 85 days. But I woke up on October 16th. So and I'm gonna be I don't know if it's live. I'll announce it, but I'm gonna be on the Jeff Mara podcast. He's gonna be interviewing me coming up soon, probably like around the 11th or 14th, not this week coming up, but next week, on the on my near death experience. So he's got a really huge podcast, but I will let you guys know if you guys want to tune in live or if it's recorded. So we're just, figuring that stuff out now. And I'm planning some cool guests for you, some new people and some people coming back. Debbie Solaris will come back on probably around Christmas. And I met her in person. She came actually by the crib. Her and her husband were in town. Really nice people, had dinner with us. It was real nice, I was trying to upload the picture here. I put it up on my Instagram, but I was trying to put it in here, but I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know the format, JPEG or whatever. But just a great human and really powerful with the Akashic records and the galactic and the aliens and all that. But so she'll come on for her third visit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the last two shows with Art Geyser and Lisa Brady. I thought they were really good, amazing people and guests. And you can definitely reach out to them for services because they some heavy hitters. All right. Okay, so but even you Scorpios, right? Solar return chart, secondary progression. So you may be born a Scorpio, and now you're vibrating as a Sag Capricorn. So definitely email your boy. Take advantage of the birth chart sale, either $98 live over Zoom, 60 minutes, or the big shebang, the custom video summary mini movie of your life, along with audio transit recording and videos of the planetary placements with both. That's only 206, normally 260. But it's really dope, I mean, I go ham for you on that because it's really this like 40 to 50-minute mini movie, and sometimes even longer. But I try to make it really something different and unique that no other astrologers do this, but unique for you to experience, to listen to your life playing out on video and with like cool music in the background and just I just like to create like a mood, a feel, like my Scorpio rising self, So very proud of that service and really all of my services. But yeah, Scorpio birth chart season. So hit your boy up, And I'm so thank you for all you guys that have come on because this was just impromptu, so I'm not going to stay on too much longer. But just wanted to come on and talk about Scorpio season and see all the stuff. We got a couple more in the Shazat.
Okay.
But any other comments or questions, let me know. And you Scorpios,
Colleen said Taurus is more internal and Scorpio's external. That's how I see it. And then
yes, for certain reasons and certain times, yeah.
Jennifer said I could write a book on why to never date a Scorpio. I've been with one. I've been with one for 13 long years. I never smacked. I need smacked.
Okay. Okay, I hear you, Jen. I mean, Scorpios, but listen, they can keep you in the friend zone, and Scorpios, especially the men, they'll rock with friends and benefits, or whatever. They could be Paula Abdul, cold hearted snakes, in that sense, But like, you got to consider this though too, right? Taurus, you say an internal. Yes, they're both feminine, so they receive. But Taurus, remember, it rules the five senses. It's very connected with, it's very sensory, tactile. Taurus is like the touch. Taurus and Mercury is like the touch. Okay, but Taurus, it's very much about the smells, right? The perfume, the lavender. But Taurus sons, they they're practical and pragmatic, and yes, it can be internal because they don't always express their emotions. They're very calm and prudent. The Taurus moon is exalted, especially at that 10-degree point, 10 to 23 degrees. The lunar mansion. Excuse me, but understand they're very people underestimate Taurus. They're very sensual and spiritual, more than people think. And you know about the Venus and the sensual and the senses and all that, but the spiritual side, there is, I think it's that exalted moon energy, but the Taurus is very connected to nature, the trees, the plants, the earth, right? Even the crystals, the rocks that form in the earth, right? So Taurus has got this like calm, still waters and energy. So they can be very practical, prudent, but reserved, you know? They're cool people. I mean, all my favorite Tauruses I've lost, they're gone, but one of my best friends, my roommate from college, obviously my mother, and my half sister was a Taurus, London Taylor. Oh my God, she was funny. Oh my God, she was funny. And she never got to meet my twins, but when she met the truth, oh my God, she was just like, because she had the Taylor eyebrow. Like, I don't know if you notice, sometimes I raise, my eyebrow, one eyebrow. Well, he does it too, and he did it as a baby. And my sister used to do it. My half sister, my full sister, she doesn't do it. But my half sister from my father, London, she used to do the eyebrow thing too. So the minute she met him, he was a baby. And he raised the eyebrow. She almost fell out. We were in Las Vegas. She almost fell out. She was like, "Oh my God." She's like, "Just like daddy." I said, "Yep." I was like, "That's his grandson right there." It was very powerful. You know, I didn't meet my sister till I was like 18 years old. You know something? I got a phone call one day and she was just like, "You want to hear a story about your dad?" And I was like, "Yeah." 'Cause she wanted to talk to my sister. And I was like, she's not here. And then she told me this story and I was like bugging. So I didn't know it my whole life that I had a half sister. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, all of a sudden you found out, like, boom, like I mean, it's not like something that's devastating or upsetting. I was disappointed that my father cheated on my mother, but I don't judge. When you live, and I'm sure some of your OGs on here, and Javanka, I know you can relate to this, but when you live long enough, you really understand more and more that no one's perfect, only God is perfect. But you do have to check people for their bad choices and decisions, right? I'm not happy with my father for cheating on my mother. But I didn't walk in his shoes and I didn't live, you know what I mean? So like I'm not like gonna, ever disrespect his name or not honor him or love him or whatever or miss him, you know what I mean? I would have loved to talk to him about it, but you those type of things. But for me, I just make sure like, and I'm a Scorpio rising. I'm a very loyal person anyway. So like I don't get down like that. So I don't cheat on wifey. So my kids now, unless before I got married, if someone had a kid and didn't tell me, then they could have a half sibling that they didn't know about, that I didn't know about. But that's not like, it's definitely not something that happened after I was married. Okay. So we're gonna get ready to bounce. So remember this Gemini moon as you finish this up in the morning. It's at 19 degrees now. Just watch the communications. I know it's been intense the last few days because we had the Mars opposing Jupiter, so it's like arguing about your beliefs and I believe this and my philosophies and da 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 da. And then the Mercury, but now the Sun is opposing Jupiter. We do have this Venus Uranus trine. So it's good for, fasting, nutrition, health, money, collecting things, a sudden relationship, Taurus, Uranus, trining Venus, Virgo. It's a nice little energy. So it was exact today, and we'll see where it's at tomorrow, maybe a degree off, but you'll feel it for a couple of days. But, there's a lot of pointing fingers with the Mercury conjunct Mars and Scorpio right now. So you got to watch the communications. I think the Cancer moon will trine it and calm it down a little bit. So that's why I'm saying like tomorrow, so like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday should be actually kind of nice in terms of like a little reprieve of the intensity of the energies. That trine will do that. All right. So just surf for a minute. Like just bite your tongue, hold your tongue. Don't do silly, crazy, stupid stuff. Because Mercury conjunct Mars, can have you saying or doing the wrong things, with your words or even your hands. Okay. So just be mindful and don't get into arguments and fights about the politics and the wars and all that. It's just not even worth it. Hey, how about sending some love and healing energy to the Africans in the Congo, who are dealing with the worst type of slavery and oppression probably in recorded history, worse than Rwanda and all these other different things, even African triangle trade, Holocaust, all of it, right? They're getting everybody, England and France and America's getting all the cobalt and all the technology stuff from the Congo. And you having slave wages and kids and people just being killed and dying. Like, it's crazy. So, you don't get that in the media, in terms of like the truth. But this is what the Sun, Mercury, and Mars and Scorpio is about. We got to talk about these things because there's people suffering in this world that nobody even talks about. Nobody's sending them money. It's not like, people sending money. Oh, we want to send money to Israel and Ukraine and this and that. But nobody's sending money to the Congo. And nobody's sending money to America. We got all these homeless people in California. Nobody's sending money to help them. Another country's not sending money for us, for our citizens. It's absurd. Don't get me started, y'all. All right, so we're going to read the last couple comments, and then we'll say goodnight and wrap it up. But thank you for indulging me. I'm going to come back on and do Scorpio Rising, but Scorpio season. Happy birthday, Scorpios. Happy Halloween, all that good stuff.
Jennifer said, too late for that advice. I've been running my mouth the last few days.
I know.
And then,
but no, it's not too late. I said it on the Astro Weather. You got to watch the Astro Weather every day. Okay.
Javonica said, I thought of you when I heard Houdini Freaks Come Out at Night, old school.
Oh, yeah. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night.
Oh, Kalina said, this is my first time chatting with you. You read my Sun, Moon, Rising and had an interesting take that made me subscribe. Speaking of polars, I'm a Cancer Rising, Cappy Sun, and Saggy Moon.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Cancer Rising.
Oh, Beth Broussard said, I have a complex life. Incredibly unusual things happen to me. However, I would love a real chart. Can you give me an actual astrological reading?
Yeah, you got to email me. BigEAstrology@gmail.com. I got you. I got you. My people in here will tell you my birth chart readings are off the chain. Okay, so yeah, email me, please. I love to probe and investigate and get you the truth. But I'm legit Western Tropical Whole Sign System, and I'm gonna give you homework to do. I want you to transform, heal your inner child, reprogram your subconscious mind. You come to me, it's like better than going to a psychologist. I don't play, okay? Because you guys, that's what this ancient wisdom is for. This is the map of your life. Don't get fooled with the deception and people trying to tell you, oh, it's demonic, it's this and that. Astrology is in the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran. It's older than all the religions. It's the first calendar. People back in the days were astrologers first before they became astronomers, doctors, and ancient Kemet, and even philosophers. They were astrologers first. It's just really the weather of the cosmos and how these constellations and stars and asteroids affect us on this planet. Why do you think Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase Bank, said braggingly, astrology is the business of billionaires. Only millionaires don't use it. I mean, that's heavy, right? And understand numerology is the same thing. I used to offer a service for it. I don't do it anymore because there's way better numerology people than me. But I know, I do know a decent amount about it. But it's all on point. It's so accurate. It's so real. So, learning how to live your life with these energies, it's going to help you. It's going to help you be a better human, better husband, better wife, better father, better son, better daughter, better brother, better sister. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to have ups and downs in your life, but it can help you change how you respond to things, how you live, how you improve the relationships of every aspect of your life, relationship with self and everybody else you engage with. There's no victimhood in astrology. You signed up for this. All of us alive right now, even from my children to, my mother-in-law, whatever age, if you are alive now, you're built for all this craziness because you agreed to it. You signed up for this. So that means there's nothing to fear. But you can't escape the astrology. This one was spraying some cologne the other night. It was the freaking moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus, hitting his natal Mercury. Freaking perfume, cologne smelled nasty. Right? You want to tell him?
I'll put it in my humidifier.
Yeah, he's putting something in his humidifier. I don't know, whatever you did. It was terrible. But that was the Taurus moon conjunct Uranus, conjunct the natal Mercury. The hands of the spray of the fragrance, Uranus, chemicals, sudden event, the moon affecting your body and your five senses. Yeah. You don't escape astrology, you guys. And it was in my seventh house of the other half. Now, you could say he's not the other half because he's my child. But it wasn't in the fifth house. But he does have some Pisces placements, I think. Yeah. But still, it was definitely, right, people you're in relationships with. So there's so much. They're home?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me go. I'm going to wrap it up. The kids are home. And happy Halloween. But you don't escape the astrology. But please email me, BigEAstrology@gmail.com. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Birth Chart Sale. I got Coffee Talk on the 18th. I got a ton of other services. And yes, I'm getting so close. My new website will be up. Give me like a week or two just to find the little touches. I'm going to be sending out my new newsletter. But BigEAstrology.com is coming soon. All right. I love you guys. Say goodbye, man.
See ya.
All right, we're out. Episode 169. Knowledge is love.
Bye.
Later.